You cannot make somebody do the right thing by pursuing them constantly. You can't. You can't. So get the benefits of being a bitch, why men love bitches, why men love mean girls, why men love all those kind of women, okay, that make their life a nightmare, by just giving them freedom. Because at the end of the day, you can't control them anyway.
This woman talks like she has been divorced 3 times. Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and on today's episode we have a woman here who is going to be telling us what men are looking for in women. Okay, apparently this woman has it all figured out. She knows exactly what men want. Now, usually when women say this, by the way, it's completely inaccurate. They're pretty much always wrong. So we'll see if this woman is any different. Guys, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments, and let's take a listen.
Men like women who are mean to them. Men love bitches. Men don't like nice girls. Blah, blah, blah. You've heard that before, right? And it's true. You know why? It's not because that they like mean women. It's not because they're like all wanting to be submissive to this mean old woman. No, men love... This is actually the hack to all men, always, all the time. Don't comment, Gerald, that it's not true. It's true. It's true. Their number one, they've got 3 requirements, but number 1 is freedom. So the girl who is bitchy, mean, whatever, is actually self-obsessed. She's got her own thing going on in her life. She does not care where he is. She doesn't care to control him. She doesn't care to track him. She doesn't care to ask him questions. She can hardly remember what he was doing. She can hardly even remember his name, okay? And that gives him the freedom that he's craving, or the sense of it.
Yeah, so this woman is a complete psycho. Let's just get that out of the way. This woman is insane. And the reason why men don't want to deal with women like her is because they're a complete pain in the ass. Now, let's cover what she's actually saying here. Do men enjoy the freedom to not be annoyed all day? Yes. However, you don't need to be a self-obsessed a-hole of a woman in order to accomplish this. You just need to not be annoying. Now, anyone who has any semblance of intelligence whatsoever could probably understand that. But unfortunately for this woman, she is not one of those individuals. So here we are having to listen to this TikTok video. Now, in case I wasn't clear enough, in case that wasn't clear enough, men do not like mean women. They might hook up with you if they're bored. They might have fun with you and, you know, call it there. But they're not looking to have relationships with you. The only men who will have relationships with women who are awful like this are men who have no options or who have no self-respect, or a combination of the two. Let's continue with this terrible video.
Okay, and that gives him the freedom that he's craving, or the sense of it. So if you want to have the same effect but not be a mean girl, just don't ask him questions and give him all the freedom or the illusion of it. Because at the end, I know you want to comment right now that, oh, but I don't want to, I just want to be myself. Stop trying to control other people. You cannot make someone be faithful to you by tracking them. You cannot make somebody do the right thing by pursuing them constantly. You can't. You can't. So get the benefits of being a bitch, why men love bitches, why men love mean girls, why men love all those kind of women, okay, that make their life a nightmare, by just giving them freedom. Because at the end of the day, you can't control them anyway.
This woman talks like she has been divorced 3 times. You know, again, all of these women who like claim to be experts on men, who tell us exactly what men want, I never see them with a ring on their finger and 20 years of marriage under their belt, guys. You know, like whenever these women make these videos, it's always some woman who either has a bunch of divorces or who has been chasing Chad for like 20 years and completely failed, and now she's got some simp and she thinks that this qualifies as her understanding men. You know, like these women have a terrible track record, and then they jump on here and they talk about mistreating men and being an a-hole as if it's some sort of a power play. And the funny thing is, guys, like here's the really insane part about it is a lot of the things that they talk about not caring and about being self-obsessed and everything, these are the qualities, unfortunately, that a lot of modern day women are attracted to. You look at the types of men that these women chase, and it's always the negative qualities that they complain about, which is super interesting, isn't it? Let's continue on to the next clip here. This woman is going to be talking about 10 signs that he is the one. Okay, if your man has 10 of these signs for the 3.5 women who watch this channel, then he is the one. So let's jump in. Let's see if she talks any sense whatsoever.
Let's talk about 10 non-negotiable qualities that your partner should have. So if you're dating a guy and he checks yes to most or all of the items on this list, congratulations, the search is done. You have found your guy. Marry him.
Yeah, guys, that's what I love to see. Checklist boxes that men have to fulfill. You know, and again, this woman might say some things that make some sense here, okay? But it frustrates me, man, when dudes are essentially just viewed as like, oh, what can I get from the man? Does the man tick all of my boxes? Here are all of the things that I require. Never once do I see an accurate video of perhaps providing something to men in return. I've never just, let me just throw that out there and say, like, I never see these videos talking about, like, what are some of the qualities that men might be interested in? What are some of the things that we could endeavor to be in order to, you know, have a relationship with a high quality man? What's something that I could provide to the guy? And I never see any of those videos where it is even remotely accurate. Just throwing that out there. But yes, let's take a look at the 10 things, that men have to be doing. Let's jump into it.
Number 1, he loves and accepts you for who you are. He embraces your good qualities and even the bad ones, and he doesn't make you feel guilty about having flaws.
Translation, he doesn't judge you for your very questionable past, hooking up with a whole bunch of different random dudes. You know, the man has to accept me as I am. That's what makes a true man, guys, is a man who looks past all my flaws. Yeah, I'm not buying that one.
Number 2, he's there for you even when it's inconvenient. You know that you can count on him when you really need him. Number 3, he considers you in his decisions. Whether it's something big or small, he values your feedback and takes it into account. Number 4, he respects how you live your life. He honors your values, ambitions, and opinions, and he sees you as an equal. Number 5, you communicate openly. Even when it comes to the tough issues, you and him. Number 5, you communicate openly. Even when it comes to tough issues, you're able to communicate respectfully without fear of judgment or retaliation or rejection. Number 6, he's growth oriented. He's always striving to improve and be his best self and encourages you to be the best version of yourself.
See, here's the thing, is like these things sound fine on paper, guys. But in practice, a lot of these things don't really benefit the man whatsoever. Okay, I'll give you an example. That last one where she's talking about growth and, you know, the man needs to be working on himself. The translation is the man needs to be bringing in some bread. Okay, he needs to be bringing in money. All right. Then we get on to the points where, for example, the man needs to be non-judgmental. You know, that the man isn't supposed to be judgmental in any way. But the problem is, being judgmental is actually something that's very beneficial for a man, right? Like, women love trying to take away a man's ability to judge her, okay? You can't judge me because of my past. You can't judge me because of this questionable thing I did, right? Because you don't want to be that mean, judgmental guy. When in reality, guys, judgment is a very useful thing to have for both men and women, by the way, okay? Women are allowed to judge men. Men should be allowed to judge women as well. These people who are like, oh, you can't judge me. Yeah, why not? I never understand this, okay? Like, I don't hear men saying this crap. For the record, let's just throw that out there as well, okay? I never hear men being like, well, my woman can't judge me. You know why men don't say that? Because it's stupid. It sounds stupid. If you do something, let's just say you've got a wife, okay, and you do something highly negative that impacts your wife. Let's just say you gamble away all of your savings at the casino. And then you start to pull the card of, hey, you're not allowed to judge me. It's like, no, of course the woman is allowed to judge you. You just threw away all of your money at the casino, right? You just threw away both your life savings that you were saving up with to get a house, and you went and threw it all away at the casino, you know? But don't worry, guys, she's not allowed to judge you. It's just, when you actually logically break down what the women are saying in videos like this, guys, a lot of the times it doesn't make sense. You know, like, yes, there's some okay ones there. Open communication, sure, I guess. You know, but you start to dig into the nitty gritty of these things, and then they just get really stupid really quickly. Let's continue.
Number 7, he brings out the best in you. Look, like I've said in some other videos, sometimes being in a healthy relationship will bring out your worst, but overall, when you have that unconditional love and acceptance from someone else, someone who really sees you in all the depths of you, that does encourage your best self to come through. Number 8, he's trustworthy. You feel safe being vulnerable with him. You know that the things you share with him won't be used as weapons against you. You know that he won't violate your trust or just leave you unexpectedly. Number 9, he not only willingly puts effort into the relationship, he happily puts effort into a relationship, because relationships do take work. So whether it's emotional support, shared responsibilities, or just showing up for you in meaningful ways, he is there and he steps up. And number...
Do you guys ever get the feeling that, you know, when women make this list, like whenever women have lists like this, which again, like there's some merit to this woman's list, okay? I want to put that out there. Some of these things do make some sense. If you don't look too hard, you know, on the surface, some of these things make some fine sense. But do you guys ever get the feeling that when women make lists like this, it's kind of just the opposite of all of the men that they've dated up until they were 30, okay? So it's like, I'm 30 now, so here are all of the checklist boxes that my future man needs to fulfill. And they start listing all of the crap that Chad did, but the opposite, okay? Like, the highly attractive men that these women were dating in their 20s, they're not interested in having open communication and discussions. They will actively judge you, and that's why you can't get a relationship out of them, okay? Like, the point that I'm trying to make here is that all of these checklists and rules, they apply to men that women are looking to have long-term relationships with now that they're 30 plus years of age. They apply to the nice guy. They apply to the man who's perhaps not as attractive or as tall as the men that she dated while she was in her 20s. That's the thing, that the interesting thing about these lists is, like, yes, they can make sense. Yes, sure, they have some merit to them. But at the same time, it's just very patronizing, because we all know that these women are not following these things. The women only start to look for these qualities in a man when they run out of time. They never care about the men who do all of this crap when they're in their prime and they're going to parties and, you know, they're going out to the clubs every weekend all throughout their 20s and not taking their own future seriously because they feel like they have time, right? They have all the time in the world to get married and have kids. They only start to, chase men. Excuse me, not even chase. They only start to require men to tick all of these boxes when they're running out of time. I've always found that to just be really disgusting and kind of unfair towards men, by the way. And a lot of these guys don't want to commit to you when they understand this, by the way.
Responsibilities, or just showing up for you in meaningful ways. He is there and he steps up. And number 10, he wants to commit. This is the most important one of all. You have to be with somebody who wants what you want. If you want a commitment, make sure you're dating somebody who wants the same thing. Remember, no one is perfect. Not you, not him. And we're not looking for perfection. You are looking for someone to do life with. And life can be hard, so make sure you are making smart choices. I hope this was helpful. Make sure to follow me for more relationship advice.
Yeah, so this is 100% a list that is made after you've spent like 10 plus years of your life hooking up with bad boys. Especially point number 10, okay? But let's consider this for a second. This woman's point number 10, the most important one on the list, is that when you're, ascertaining whether or not this guy is your dream man, you need to marry him, you actually have to get commitment from him first. I mean, to me, this goes without saying. This is obvious, okay? if you want a real significant relationship or marriage with a man, obviously he has to offer you up commitment. The only reason why this is in the list in the first place, guys, is because women have been hooking up with dudes who never did this. Like this, you know what I mean? Like the only reason this crap makes it on the list is because the dudes that they've previously dated never did any of this. The guys never wanted to commit in the first place. Very, very funny stuff. Very, very hilarious. Guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.